But at first I want to offer my appreciation for Mr. Smith's comments. They were amazing remarks, and there's something I think we can all take away from it. I'm not going to stand here and tell you or try to consolidate and summarize all you've heard, but what I'm going to ask you to do is to reflect on what you've heard, both from Mr. Smith, from the panels, from our earlier speakers, Mr. Kessler. This moment in time is one that we all are going to look back, as you just said, in 20 years and going to remember, we were in the room. This is where it started. And I would tell you the one thing that you said to me that just now that just resonated with me is that children can achieve amazing things in 11th and 12th grade when they're having to believe in something. And I will tell you that that's, to me, is one of the important things. When we talk about early childhood, and it's really important, it's important that these kids get the opportunity. But right now, as I'm gonna go off script just a little bit, but right now there are a number of children in this school system who have navigated throughout this whole process, and they've gotten to 11th and 12th grade. And they also deserve an opportunity to achieve that greatness, because what do they believe in? And I think what's happening in Montgomery County schools is that they're being allowed to believe in themselves. And that's the first step, because there are so many, as you know, in this county that don't have the opportunities that they deserve. And it's not about what we want to give them. This is really about what they deserve. And these young people that we're talking about in early childhood and early learning, it's not about what they want, it's what they deserve. And so that's really important. I'd also like to offer another round of thanks to our sponsors, Bank of America, Kaiser Permanente, and Discovery, all who give generously to this community, and thank you all for that. I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge the importance of nonprofit Montgomery, who has been just a wonderful platform for Montgomery moving forward to kind of launch. I mean, one of the things that I love about it is this group that got together didn't go out and create yet another organization. It's a bunch of people who have said to themselves that we can make a difference just collectively coming together and forcing some issues to the table and then acting on them. We all go out and we think about setting goals. Well, I think in this group, we've made commitments. I mean, goals we can do together. Personally, we make commitments. And I think one of the things that we really do need to focus on is the commitments that you all make leaving this room. And I'll reach out specifically to the business leaders, because personally, my organization, my company, Social and Scientific Systems, has made a commitment to the success of Montgomery moving forward financially, because again, the talent that is behind all of this that you saw today doesn't come easy. And they've got things they could be doing, but they're committed to doing this. And so I'm making a personal commitment to make sure that they have resources. And I'm asking every business leader in this room to think about that same commitment. Because again, this, again, as I think we talked about resources, it stops if we don't have the resources to really push this forward. So I want to thank you all for that. So the imperative that we have in front of us, this whole idea of starting smart, you've heard some crucial comments about how that's important. And so what I'm going to ask Andy to do now is to give us our next steps.
So the next step is to take out your green sheet and to do more than say that you will get to it when you get back to your office or whatever you're going to do. And to do, I would say my main takeaway of 2.5 hours here today, I have learned something about myself. I am a plug of zoysia grass, if I pronounce that right. And so thank you, Mike Chesser, for that. And so we are all plugs, and we all have something to do, and it starts with right here. So I'd ask you to, you don't have to listen to me, take this out, please, check some of these boxes, and we have at least 4 people waving in the back of the room who will collect what we do. I also want to echo what Kevin said about the last box. make a financial investment in early care and education through MMF. Kevin's company has done this, made a 3-year commitment. My company, Burness, has done this, has made a 3-year commitment. We need business to invest in this. It is different than a 20-year vision of what might be. We cannot get there without supporting MMF and nonprofit Montgomery to do the work that brought us here today and to take this forward. So I hope every business person or every person who feels like it anyway will check that last box and hand in a piece of paper with an email address and hold ourselves accountable for being part of this. I think that's really, really important. While I'm on that theme, I don't want to, it's time for another thank you, both to what Kevin was saying to Nonprofit Montgomery as the backbone organization for supporting this work, but a special, special thanks to Sharon Friedman and her team at MMF for pulling this off. Took a lot of work. We all know that. So that's an acknowledgement of that. So we've spoken about business leadership. We've spoken about us all doing something and going from here to today. I love what Kevin said. We're going to remember that we were here 20 years ago because this is a 20-year venture or a multi-year venture. Whether this particular entity exists doing what it's doing 20 years from now is less important. Then we have no choice but to make this sort of progress. So with that, I think we are free to go unless others would like to keep us. Thank you to everybody. Okay.